Hello, I am Gia Vitorion, and I'm here because I love to share the important insights I've learned out of the 6 articles I read. But before that, allow me to express this quotation that says, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to revolution. That is why Olivia wrote A History of Science and Technology in the Philippines. During the pre-colonial times in the Philippines, the early Filipinos had attained a simple level of technological development compared with those of the Chinese and Japanese, but this was sufficient for their needs at that period of time. For about 40,000 years, they made simple weapons of stone flakes, but eventually developed techniques for sewing, drilling, and polishing stones. The manufacture of pottery became well developed and flourished for about 2,000 years until it came into competition with imported Chinese porcelain. Gradually, the early Filipinos learned to make metal tools and implements such as copper, gold, bronze, and later on, iron. These suggest that Filipinos during this period engaged in the actual extraction of iron from ore, smelting, and refining, but it appears that the iron industry, like the manufacture of pottery, did not survive the competition with imported cast iron from Sarawak and much later from China. Number 2. The Philippine Government Science and Technology Agenda by Marialyn Mabagos. ASEAN integration requires competitive technology. So when we talk about competitive technology, we as Filipinos need to expand our science and technology base through stronger research and development, not just in Manila, but in the entire regions of the country. For this to be realized, every region must receive a great support and providence where several productions can be found. It will provide platforms for technology commercialization such as the establishment of new technology business incubators in the region in partnership with the private sector and higher educational institutions. It will promote available technologies and extend consultancies and other services for productivity improvement. 3. How is the science education in the Philippines? According to the Republic Act No. 10533, also known as Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, where in Section 5 it was stated that the curriculum shall use the spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. In new secondary science education, the students shall use the spiral progression approach, wherein the 4 areas of the said subject, namely earth science, biology, chemistry, and physics, must be taught every grading period. 4. The Republic Act No. 2067, or the Science Act of 1958. As mandated in the Republic Act No. 2067, which is also known as the Science Act of 1958, in Section 14 it says, there shall also be under the control and supervision of the Institute of the following centers: the Industrial Research Center, the Agricultural Research Center, the Medical Research Center, the Biological Research Center, and such other centers as may be created by the Board. Each research center shall be headed by a research director. 5. Ambisyon Natin 2040 by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte has signed Executive Order No. 5 approving and adopting the 25-year long-term vision for the Philippines, or Ambisyon Natin 2040. Ambisyon Natin 2040 proposes that by year 2040, the Philippines shall be a prosperous, predominantly middle-class society where no one is poor. our peoples will enjoy long and healthy lives, are smart and innovative, and will live in a high-trust society. Six, Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022. It was taken at the chapter 14 with a title by Gorsley Advancing Science, Technology, and Innovation, pages 215 to 226. Increase funding for human resource development. In increasing the number and quality of researchers, scientists, and engineers is an essential strategy for the establishment of a vibrant STI ecosystem. The target is to achieve and even surpass the UNESCO norm of 380 researchers, scientists, and engineers per million population by 2025 from its current level of 270. This can be achieved by providing continuous support and funding to ongoing science and technology scholarships such as the following: expanded specialized science secondary education scholarship, expanded undergraduate science and technology scholarships for inclusive development, and expanded science and technology graduate scholarships. Strengthening these science and technology-based scholarship programs and providing specialized training and incentives will accelerate the development of the S&T human resources that will be tapped to contribute to nation building. A competitive work environment will be created, and research as a career will be promoted to help motivate competent human resources to stay in the country. Thank you, and God bless.